So remember that trigonometry was invented by the Greeks, and beta is the Greek, so this is beta. It's a Greek letter. So you have the secant of beta minus the cosine of beta is equal to the secant of beta. That's going to equal to the sine squared of beta. So this right here, I'm going to put it way over here at the bottom. Sine squared. That's what I want to end up. So I want to end up with that. Okay, so I'm just going to focus on that. So remember that we want to try to put everything in terms of sine or cosine. That's very helpful. It says right there, usually simplifying things to the sine and the cosine are very helpful. Plus, you want to end up with the sine. Okay, so we're going to begin with, you have a fraction right here. I'm going to break it up into two fractions. So I'm going to put the secant of beta over the secant of beta minus the cosine beta over the secant of beta. Notice that I don't touch anything over here. So the same thing divided by the same thing is always equal to 1. So this right here is 1 minus the cosine of beta, and this is where I'm going to turn the secant into cosine. So I'm going to go over here. The secant is 1 over the cosine. So this is 1 over the cosine of beta. Okay. So now I'm going to keep moving this. I'm going to require more room so that that's what you're going to end up with, but it's going to go way down there. Okay, so now this right here is really 1 minus the cosine of beta. We're going to make it into a fraction because you're dividing that by that. So if you divide this by this, you have to multiply by the reciprocal. So for example, over here, if you have 4 divided by 1/2, you're really multiplying by the reciprocal of 2 over 1. Which is 8 over 1. And then these cancel over here. Okay, which is 8. So that's the same thing I'm going to do right here. I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal is cosine over 1, cosine beta over 1. So then these cancel on the bottom, and you're going to multiply cosine times cosine. It's going to be cosine squared beta over 1. Okay, so now any number over 1 is just that number, cosine squared beta. And then we know that we can use the Pythagorean theorem because way over here we said that 1 minus cosine squared is sine squared theta. So this is why you always have to have your identities there. So then this right here, use Pythagorean. So then that's going to be sine squared theta beta, which is equal to the right-hand side. Sine squared theta beta. Okay, so you're done. Yay, we are done. Okay, go on to the next video.